You know, something that might be interesting is like where your parents were born and raised, and
I don't know too much.
you don't know too
no,
much about
don't know
where.
In Tennessee, my father was born, I think, in Tennessee, but I don't know where my mother was. I don't
Probably
think.
in the area.
I might have it in my book. David writes it, and he's
Yes,
found
that's
out a
right.
lot of things about my grandparents and things.
Uh-huh.
But,
Were they all farmers, or
but now I can't remember unless I read that. Some of the
Uh-huh.
things.
do you remember? Were they all farmers?
Right?
Were they all farmers?
I think they were
Mm-hmm.
mostly.
Well, I know Dad's mother, you know, Grandmama came from Germany. She came
When she was 11
when
years
she was
old.
11 years old.
Mm.
And his father, I don't know about his father. When was he?
Well, I guess he's German too, I think, but I don't know.
I don't know much about him.
But they parted, see, and
Mhm.
he went to Oregon. He had a big, and Orla went out there and stayed with him one summer after he was about 20. But he liked it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he liked to hunt, you know, his dad liked to hunt too.
Mm-hmm.
And then Orla liked that too. Well, we
Where
got,
was that in Oregon?
well, I forget the name of that place, but it was close to go to Grants Pass. There's a little place, because when we went out there, Dale took us down there, and Ori thought he could find somebody that he knew, but he couldn't.
Oh.
He knew the name of the place, but I don't remember
Uh-huh.
what it was. Anyway, he couldn't find anybody that knew.
Could you tell me what a typical day for you was like? What did you do, you know, all day?
For what?
Like what a typical day for you was like, you know, when you had all the kids, and
Typical day for what?
for you, like when you'd get up at 6 in the morning or
In
something.
the morning,
and-
what did we, what did we do?
yeah, what did you do all
Oh.
day?
Well,
Cooking?
we did chores, I don't know, but I guess, I don't know, we
I know.
played too, I guess, when we was young.
Yeah. I can remember on the ranch, typical day, we'd have to get up and milk cows.
Okay,
and I
first
did
thing you
that.
had to do?
First thing we had to do was milk cows.
Mm-hmm.
And
We
in the
milked.
summertime, we didn't do it when we were going to school, I guess, as much, but when we got up, we'd have to milk the cows. And then we'd come in and eat breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And we usually had hired men who helped Dad in the hayfield all summer long.
You did.
Well, us too.
Oh.
But we
Oh,
had people hire
yeah.
people, and it's Aunt Eva's kids would come
Mhm.
I
and
don't
help us.
think I ever worked much in the hay.
But
No, but
you
you
worked
cooked.
inside.
You had to
Cooked
Yeah, we could.
for them.
you had to cook for all those men, right? They'd all
Uh-huh.
come in
Mhm.
for breakfast and
Mhm.
eat. and-
Yes.
Breakfast
how
and
many
then
were
lunch
there?
and then dinner.
Good
Well,
grief.
You had to pack a lunch, I guess it was.
Mm-hmm.
We packed a lunch.
When I was a girl, we had a thrash machine, and we used to have about 12 men on that. It was run by horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
The horses went around this way. I don't know how many teams you'd put on there. Then one man had to cut the bands, you know, and feed it in, and then they'd bring it in the hay rack, and they'd have to pitch it off. And it took a lot of men to do that, and then the women did that. And then the flies would be so bad. We'd get a limb off of the tree and to shoo the flies off the table while we ate.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So many people coming in and out, they'd get on the door and then they'd come in, you know, to
Uh-huh.
smell the food.
They were hungry too.
That was quite a big time then.
Well, what were the chores that you had to do?
How many chores?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What chores did you do during the day?
Which chores did I do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I milked, I know, and we carried in wood every night
Oh, I'll bet.
and put it in a big wood. We had a wood box in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd carry that in.
Had to gather eggs from
And
the
gather
chickens.
eggs, and you girls did that then after we was married too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, you had-
Ironed and washed
Yes,
clothes.
washed and ironed.
How would
We
you
had to
iron
wash on the
clothes? How would you do
wash
the ironing? Did you have an electric iron?
Oh no, the non-electric. We had big old iron things like that. I think I gave Rick one of them
Mm-hmm.
through a corner.
Those
I
big
still got one
chunks of
out there.
iron. Yeah.
We had them, and then after a while
How
we
would you
got
get those hot?
what
How would you get
on
those
the
hot?
stove
A wood
with
stove.
wood. Had to burn wood to heat them up.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they get cold, you'd put that on and get another one.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next one after that, where it had a handle that fit on the iron. It wasn't near as heavy as those other kind. And that was good. Then after a while, they had a gasoline iron that you'd run it by. It'd get hot
really?
on it with the gasoline.
Well, I'll be darned.
You know, I can remember
But that is a
using
great
those
big one.
kind of irons where you had the handle and it was heavy,
Mm-hmm.
really heavy, and you did a lot of ironing, you know. You
Yeah,
got
well,
tired.
yes, you had
Mm-hmm.
to wear
it was
lots
so
of
heavy.
Those
petticoats.
things are really heavy.
Very, very heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But June said we didn't change our clothes every night like they do now. You'd wear maybe a dress a week.
Yes,
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, it was-
Had to last you long. If you didn't get it dirty, if it got dirty, well then you'd change
Mm.
it.
but you had to make your own cheese too, didn't you?
Right,
You had to make your own cheese and cream
yeah,
and all that.
I do make everything like
Yeah. Cottage cheese you made out of milk.
that.
Didn't you? I can remember
You put it in
that.
a dispenser, you remember that? I
Mhm.
know when Barry come to, I would say, Grandma, have you got cottage cheese? And then you put rich cream in to make it good.
Mhm.
Man.
Oh, that was so good.
That was good. Yeah, I can remember that. A lot different than what you.
I can't hear awful
Boy,
ways now.
that
I
is
can't
for
hear
sure.
him as good as somebody closer to me. See?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, what else? Is there anything else that you remember that you'd like to?
What about Mom? What's the funniest thing you ever saw Mom do? My mom.
Oh,
Your mom got into a lot of trouble.
What did she ever? I can't.
Marie got, I remember one time when she had, she got a rope around a horse, one of the horse's neck.
Mhm.
And then the horse became wild. It had been tamed before that.
Mhm.
And it got loose and got out in the pasture, and then all the other horses was running after it. And so, of course, we all got panicked then, you know, along with Marie. And Dad was out in the field, so there was, you know, we had to go out and get him home so that he could chase the horse down and get the horse and get the rope off the neck, you know. But boy, I don't remember if she got a spanking that time or not, but she probably
You can
deserved
remember
it.
when you was young now better than I. You see, I was busy at other things then.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but you got it. Don't you remember that at all?
Yeah, I kind of remember since you told it. But
Yeah.
another thing now I remember is when Marie and Alice was little, and they were up playing around the tank, and they set a fire. And then they got scared, and they just tried to put it out, and they saw their daddy coming over the hill. And they tried to get that out, and they just had an awful time, but you know, I guess they finally got it out. It just was burning way up the grass, you know, around.
Well, I can remember Alice saying that she used to, they were in the barn and they'd shove each other out, or she would shove Marie out. was
I
it?
didn't know.
Well, they
anything
shoved the
about
dog
that.
out.
Oh, the dog out.
They shoved the dog out, and
Yeah.
they were up and they'd go into the hay now, and they'd shove the dog out, and the little dog then come running back up, and they'd shove him out again. And so finally one day Alice thought, well, now I wonder what it'd be like if I'd shoved Marie out. So she proceeded to do so. And it wasn't quite the same as shoving the dog out of there. She didn't come back bouncing back like the dog did.
But I didn't know what was going on then. I
No,
guess.
she didn't.
Mom
You
didn't
don't
know
find
that.
these
I
things
didn't
out
see
till
it
later, do
coming.
you?
I thought every once in a while I'd go out to see how they were in the barn, you know, and everything was all right.
And then you wondered why we got hurt.
Yeah.
But,
Uh-huh.
but Alice and Marie had a good time together. They seemed almost like twins, Alice and Marie. Seemed like I thought of something, then I forgot what. But something about Alice and Marie did, but I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I can't. They went to a one-room school. Well, we all did one-room school. You know, we had all the classes were in one room. I mean, they conducted the classes.
In the front of
In
the
that
schoolhouse.
Same, yeah. Had your little heater in the middle of the room.
I know now what I was going to tell about Marie. Joyce their cousin, that is Eva's boy,
Mhm.
was working there. And oh, they all liked him and was playing around, but they was playing up in the tank, and Marie was doing something. She said
Naughty.
something in. He said, "Now if you do that again, I'm going to put you in the tank." So she thought he wouldn't, and she did it again, and he up and stuck her in the tank. And oh, it made her so mad at him, and she didn't come in and tell me. She went off in the trees down there.
Mhm.
And when she come in, she's all wet. And I said, "My goodness, Marie, what?" And well,
That old Joyce.
Joyce, she didn't like him for a while, but pretty soon she liked him again. I said, "Well, he told you, he warned you." They said, to go in. She said, "I didn't think he'd do it." She found out he did.
Mhm.
And, that's about
Well, I
all
guess
it is.
Things that you might remember and
I
that
don't know.
you would.
We never had any trips, wedding trips or anything for a long time. We went to Oregon several times, and had lots of fun. In '49 we went, the twins.
I remember that. Aunt Katie went with us.
And Aunt Katie went with us.
Mhm.
That was in '49.
Yeah, and Don did most of the driving.
Yeah, Don remember that.
Almost totally, I think.
But we had lots of fun. Then out there, there's Lita and Dale
Uh-huh.
and the children their own size. Out there they
Oh,
had lots
yes.
of fun.
Remember that hot springs, Don? Where was that at? Was that in the McKenzie someplace? But do you remember the name of the place? But we go up in the evenings and we go swimming in this hot spring.
Mhm.
It was warm. It was just like a bathtub. I mean, it was so warm.
Call it
and warm.
geothermal now.
Yeah.
It's hot springs.
And then, we took that long trip down in California, Northern California. There's 14 of us, I think.
Oh, yeah.
When we go in a restaurant, we just fill up a big table.
Yeah. And didn't
Uncle
we?
Dale went and his 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who all went, but it's 14. I
Uncle
think.
Evan and Aunt Ona, I
Yeah,
think. And
Evan and that one, and then
And
a lot
then
of the children.
yes, the children. I think Dale, Waddell,
Yeah, Dale.
and Rolita went, I
Yeah.
believe.
Now they're all grown and
Yeah.
grandparents.
Yeah.
But
How long did you stay on that trip? How long were you
On
there?
49,
Uh-huh.
well,
About a month, wasn't it?
what time we go? We got back in time for school, didn't we? For high school.
Mhm.
Oh, no, we came back the 4th of July from
Huh?
Cheyenne. We came back the 4th of July from Cheyenne.
Oh,
We
did
stopped
you?
in Cheyenne, they was having Frontier Days there.
Oh,
Wow.
I know, I thought you come back for school.
We went in June, we came back
I
in
don't know
July.
what time
Oh,
of the
did we
year
just
we
went
went.
then?
You-
We were gone.
What time of the year did we go?
June,
Huh?
June.
You came back in July then.
Mhm.
No, we just stayed
Yeah,
a
we
month.
stopped in Salt Lake, I remember that, and we saw your cousin
Did it?
in Salt Lake,
And so,
Blanche.
oh, Blanche, yeah.
Cronin.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Cronin.
We stayed overnight there,
Uh-huh.
1 or 2 nights.